Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
So I don't know why we should be worried about the school feeding program.
You don't know why we should be worried?
Yeah, the solution has been provided already, Randy.
Which is?
Well, you didn't hear the Vice President.
What did he say?
He's going to digitize the school feeding program.
Oh, that would be for payment.
No, it wasn't for payment. You didn't hear him.
Why, you digitize the food?
He said he's going to digitize it so they can sit in Accra and tell the quality of the food, the ingredients and so on.
Oh, really?
Play the video. Oh. The Vice President found a solution long time ago, digitization. For every problem, just digitize. Oh, why are we worried coming to sit here to talk about a problem which has been solved already? Look at this video. Look at the video being played. This is the food the children are being served with. Look at the soup. All of us, if our children were being served with this, would we be happy? Would we like our children to eat this as soup? What is being served? Even prisoners don't eat like this. And then you have a situation where these caterers are being given 97 pesos per child. 97 pesos. What does 97 pesos buy today? So the whole program is a joke. And instead of sitting down to address the program, how to find solutions to the hydra-headed problems in the school feeding exercise, our Vice President says he's going to digitize the whole thing. Digitize. That's the solution. Digitization.
I'm sure that there will be maybe payment and claims and
find the video and play it for yourself.
Okay. Invest in education, which is the only platform for preparing nation builders of tomorrow. The Minister for Education has also assured me that this year we will start the replacement of textbooks with laptops, which are textbooks embedded in senior high school. So you will have the laptop, you will have all the textbooks embedded with past questions, lesson plans, and all of that to help the teachers and the students.
This is not what Kissie is talking about. This one is about textbooks.
School feeding. Even the textbooks. Even the textbooks.
Why?
I mean, how is that presented as a solution to the lack of textbooks in the schools?
So instead of doing the hard...
There are so many schools in this country who don't even have electricity.
Yes, we see, but I'm not sure that he's speaking about maybe 100% coverage. But of course, if you can, if you can do offline versions, those who can will have them, and then that will limit the number of actual textbooks you have to print.
Laptops to. How many of them have we been able to give the laptops to?
We haven't given to all of them.
Massa, you are here.
Some have received.
Some
have received. Not all. That is.
Are you done with school feeding?
But school feeding. What else am I supposed to say?
Let me.
We have issues. We have issues.
When you give kids 97 pesos to feed kids, what do you expect?
So they're increasing to 1 cedi 20 pesos.
Do they feed their children with 1 cedi 20 pesos? The people who are making that proposal.
Their children are privileged.
There's another portion where the minister actually says that, look, there are thousands of caterers.
Over 30,000.
So I'm not likely to know all of them. Nobody is saying that the minister should know all the caterers. That's not the issue.
Okay, so because we found the thing.
You find it.
Next month, ladies and gentlemen, we are digitizing the school feeding program. And next month, I will launch we looked at it last week. It's all set. Next month we will launch a digitized school feeding program we will know every school in the country, every day. If you feed them rice and beans, we will know how many students you have fed, we will know. And next month, ladies and gentlemen, we are digitizing the school feeding program. And next month, I will launch. We looked at.
Yes, yeah, but what he said is true. Once you input the menu, you'll be able to check. You'll be able to sit in Accra and know that maybe Nampanduri early they were giving rice balls and peanut butter.
They were supposed to be giving. Yeah. There's no way of finding out what the students earn. It's not possible.
Okay. You can have pictures
Masa, I beg you.
No, I want to talk about the payment. Payment has gone through.
Masa.
So the caterers are.
So that just
Masa,
that is the key thing I want to talk about.
Are you going to own that statement?
Oh no, please.
Are you going to own
I said I want to talk about payment.
He's told you what he wants to talk about, so you go ahead.
Payment has been made.
I thought you were going to own that.
No. He said he wants to talk about payment. So
payment has been made. That one is hard cash. Hard cash payment.
Okay.
So
this thing about not knowing 30,000 caterers. How does that? I don't understand. Randy, you can build a mechanism which ensures that party loyalists are given this without knowing the party loyalists. You don't have to know them. If you build a mechanism of vetting people who are applying to be caterers and so on, through the party system, you will sit in Accra, you will not know them, but it will go to party people. So that whole thing about having 30,000 caterers that she doesn't know is totally irrelevant.
I think because of the payment issues and delays, in all honesty, the school feeding people that I inherited are the same people. I mean, in terms of, and there's been no changes, at least from the past 2 years that I have been a member of parliament. So I wouldn't necessarily be able to say, but I don't think it was partisan, at least for my constituency.
Honorable,
because
don't do this to yourself.
Oh no.
Honorable, are you a Christian?
Let me be factual.
No, are you a Christian?
Please, I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian.
And
hold on.
Since I became a member of parliament, I haven't had any change to my interest.
You haven't had any change. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm not a Christian. You are a Christian.
Yes.
Huh? So use your Christian values and so on.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you telling me that since you became a member of parliament, you have not been approached by party loyalists and so on to get the school feeding program for them?
Oh no, they have, but there's been no change.
When they came to you, didn't they tell you that others have had and they don't have?
Oh,
Christian, be Christian. So remain Christian.
So let me help you here.
Remain Christian.
I know, but let me help you, Honorable Pratt.
No, I'm not honorable.
You for me, you are. My key thing here is that I have been member of parliament for 2 years. There's been no changes to my caterers, and if there were, I would have the opportunity to, as it is, give preference to very likely party women who would want to have the opportunity. But no changes, at least to my constituency.
No changes.
Has happened.
Are you saying that you are not aware that party cadres and so on get these contracts?
Oh,
are you saying that?
No.
You're a Christian.
I said,
don't forget that
I
you're a
will
Christian.
give God preference. And I've said it here.
Okay.
I'll give preference. But there hasn't been the opportunity to make a change.
So, Kwasi,
because of the indebtedness.
This video we played of Vice President, was it in 2023?
Recent. This is a few weeks ago.
So guess what? On the 20th of October 2021, 20th of October 2021, World Food Programme supports the Ghana School Feeding Program to digitize its monitoring system. 20th October 2021.
Okay.
This is the story. The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, has provided the Ghana School Feeding Program, GSFP, with tablets to digitize the monitoring of the school feeding program. The initiative aims to reinforce program efficiency and implementation by enabling real-time tracking of daily attendance and feeding in 260 pilot schools in all 16 regions of the country. Quote, real-time data on school attendance and feeding is key to enabling efficient management of the program and its expansion to reach more school children in the country, said Anna Mukiba Bunya, WFP representative, ad interim and officer in charge. These tablets will enhance the monitoring and reporting capacity of the Ghana school feeding program for better results, she added. Overall, 300 tablets loaded with Tableau and ONA or ONA softwares will provide users with visuals to help them see and understand the data, transforming the way they use it to solve problems and providing real-time information for prompt decision making. In addition to providing the tablets and purchasing the software and server, World Food Program will train 300 people, including head teachers, circuit supervisors, caterers, and decision makers at the Ghana School Feeding Program and the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection to use the tablets for data collection and reporting. Since the World Food Program stopped direct provision of school meals in 2016, it has been providing technical support and helping to improve the overall implementation of the school feeding program, which currently reaches over 3.4 million school children in Ghana. And the World Food Program supports the Ghana School Feeding Program to train caterers and cooks to be innovative in providing nutritious meals. The Food Assistance Agency is supporting the development of a school feeding bill and a homegrown school feeding program, regional guidelines in collaboration with Nepal African Union. Other areas of support are joint monitoring of the school feeding program and the development of the cost-benefit analysis of school feeding in Ghana. So this was the 20th of October. Then, on the 3rd of November 2021, about 2 weeks after the World Food Program had announced this on their website, government has announced plans to digitalize the Ghana School Feeding Program as part of the ongoing digitization of the nation's economy. According to the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumias, digital school feeding program will ensure efficiency, speedily transfer of data and transparency in the social intervention program. And Dr. Bawumias made the announcement during his address on the digital economy held at Ashesi University in the Eastern Region on Tuesday, 2nd November 2021. He was of a view that the digital system will largely address most of the challenges of the GSFP. Okay. Then, to, I guess, what you're saying now, the new one. No. So then there's this one. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana has promised to launch an e-feeding program next week to track daily menu across the country. So this is something new. So this announcement was made March 7th, 2022, the first time. So it says that e-feeding program and addressing students, authorities, and participants during the 70th anniversary celebration of Fijai Senior High School. The Vice President said he will launch a digital school feeding program next month. So this is supposed to be, next month would then have been April of 2022. April 2022. And he says that this will track the number of students fed, the menu on daily basis to avoid future embezzlement of funds of the program. This is basically the same one. And he also challenged the critics of a government that Akufo-Addo-led administration is doing so much to transform the, so they should desist from criticizing the efficacy of the digitization of the school feeding program indiscriminately. And he speaks about digitization in Ghana. So this is March 2022. Okay.
So,
yes, and then we are in June 2023, and we're still. So we've done the tracking from the World Food Program announcing that this is what they are doing in October.
This was a pilot.
To the press.
No, they just announced that it was. They just announced an intent.
Yes.
You understand?
They announced it, and then November it was repeated by the Vice President. Then the following year, March 2022, he now announces what he calls e-feeding. Okay, and 2023, e-feeding. Yeah.
And that's the solution to the school feeding program.
No,
Is one solution.
What does it solve?
The monitoring,
you get to see,
and evaluation.
This is
But to be a bit fair, I think that the key thing is that the caterers are being paid. And in my small discussion with the finance ministry, I understand that monies have been released, and I think today some caterers will sing a different song.
In terms of what they are owed.
In terms of, yes.
97 pesos per student.
And I would also, I think that in all fairness, the delays have been painful to the women, and any delay in school feeding payments also impact on the quality of the food that the caterers serve. And I think that if we try as much as possible to meet the payments in a timely fashion, then the meals would also improve. It's a headache for many parliamentarians because these women also fall on us for purchases of salt, purchases of rice, to support them during the fallow period. And if the payments go well, our headache will also be reduced.
But the problem with the school feeding program, it's not just that caterers have not been paid. It's not just about the quality of food and so on. It is also collapsing the National Buffer Stock Company.
Correct.
It's collapsing.
It's connected, yeah.
You understand? So what is this? And the answer to that is digitalization. No, so.
No, that's the monitoring aspect. To monitor, to ensure that
so which
the number
of the solutions is important now?
Both are important.
Saving the Ghana National Buffer Stock Company, or finding out
both
on a laptop what food is being served.
They could be mutually inclusive, but
they are not.
I guess
Randy, they are not.
I said they could be.
They are not
Mutually inclusive. If we have the funds, we can do that.
Yeah.
Randy, when your National Buffer Stock Company is suffering,
insolvent,
it's under the weight of huge indebtedness and so on.
Money matter.
So what do you do? Do you then prioritize digitization?
Oh.
And digitization which only enables you to sit in Accra and read that it was intended that students in Nakwanduri will be served with kokonte. What problem does that solve?
Okay.
First of all, if you read on the laptop that students in Nakwanduri or people in Nakwanduri will be served with kokonte, there's no indication that
or they have actually been served. And that it was X number of kids were served.
But there's no indication that even that information on your laptop is true. Unless you are ignorant enough to think that anything on a laptop is true.
No.
Because there are things on laptops that are not true.
See, the mechanism, obviously.
I think the monitoring.
Obviously, there will be somebody who has to input. Yeah. There will be people who have to input.
All those who input are honest people.
Oh,
well,
I mean, largely you would expect that.
Yeah, so that digitization doesn't solve any problem.
Okay.
Digitization of feeding now doesn't solve any problem.
Okay. But gentlemen, I've not heard your views on the 1 cedi 20 pesos. The caterers say that it will be okay to feed the kids with 3 cedis 50 pesos.
Yeah.
But of course, the transition.
Isn't that they have to cut corners?
The transition from 1 cedi to 3 cedis 50 pesos, you are talking about a 350% high.
Increment.
I'm not sure that it's something that government will be able to do. And if you are talking about a little over 3 million kids, that really on a daily basis is taking you to about 10 million Ghana cedis on a daily basis.
I'm even
that is not something that we can. So if you're even looking at maybe some 200 school days in a year, that is some 2 billion.
Randy,
that's on 2 billion.
Randy,
yes.
Those of our countrymen,
yes,
who caught General Champon and tied him to the stakes in Teshi and shot him, must apologize to us.
Why?
You know what Champon did?
Operations Feed Yourself.
The schools were producing their food. This huge burden on government was substantially reduced. I went to secondary school that time. The schools were producing their own vegetables. Some schools went into rearing of animals and so on to reduce the burden.
Never too late.
You understand?
So
all these things we're looking for.
Let's look at reality today. The reality today is that these are basic schools.
We are doing digitization.
No. These are basic schools.
I think you're a fan of digitalization. It seems.
Kwasi?
I'm like your vice president.
You're excited.
Kwasi?
Master, I'm like our vice president. He loved digitization.
Kwasi?
Every problem is digitized.
Kwasi, with the Kwasi, with the 1 cedi 20 pesos that government is proposing, that will cost us about so 3.5 on one, and then 70 and a half, 1.175. So you're talking about some about 4.7 million, 4.7 million, 4.6, 4.7 million cedis a day. I mean, if we're looking at all maybe 3.4 million children.
Heavy.
Yes, if we are doing some 200 school days in a year, that's some almost 900 million cedis.
And the key question
in a year. This is the 1 cedi 20 pesos.
Oh boy.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at a 3 cedi 50 pesos, like I said, that's taking you close to 2 billion cedis in a year. I mean, we obviously need to look at what we can afford.
Yeah.
Whether it is about reducing the numbers and providing the quality, or and it is sometimes we get into these positions because we are so obsessed with the quantitative rather than the qualitative, and we try to play the numbers game in showing that I have done what Jesus Christ couldn't do,
Napoleon,
and all those things. No, Jesus Christ, we even want to go beyond Jesus Christ. So sometimes, instead of focusing a bit more on the qualitative or doing both, we are so focused on the quantitative. So we have moved the program from X number of kids to Y number of kids. Unprecedented.
Yeah.
But what about the quality? But what about the quality?
Randy, you are so good.
No, I'm trying.
No, Randy, you are so good.
So I
This
think
is the same thing we are doing with one district, one factory.
I think invariably,
You're right.
I think invariably, an appropriate review might be to look at schools where this practice might not be necessary. And I say that with great respect for parents who are struggling to feed their children. But I know that there are some institutions in this country and certain parts in Greater Accra or even in the Ashanti region who parents can manage to feed their kids. And for that matter, shouldn't be on this program. And maybe in the future, a very true assessment of this has to be looked at. And then under the discretion of some headmasters, students in that situation or need can be carefully catered for, not necessarily through this. And if it's one meal, it should be one good meal. It may be. I'm still disturbed by the fact that breakfast should be provided, in the sense that some Milo kakra with no milk crap at home might be better than what.
Have you forgotten that your government actually said that in addition to providing a nutritious meal a day,
one chocolate,
every school-going child will have chocolate? Have you forgotten that?
I heard that too. I heard that.
You heard?
I heard that.
That's the manifesto on which you campaign.
I said I heard that too. So I think, I mean, and this is me being very realistic in the sense of the current challenges, and I think that we all need to give it that weight of consideration.
The chocolates we are going to supply, which one? Was it Cadbury or Golden Tree or?
This would be Golden Tree.
Golden Tree.
Ghana made.
Okay.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.